sound of Rempe will never fade. Crank it louder, feel the heat. Barbecue anthems forever sweet. Get in the smoke, yeah, the fire won't die. With central lights cheering, the flames reach the sky. Raise your glasses, let the whole world know we're rocking forever on the barbecue show. Get in the smoke, let the fire take hold. Raise your lighter, stories told. Barbecue thunder, the spotlights glow. Rocking the pit on the barbecue show.
Marley Rampy, and you're listening to Barbecue Central.
Let's go!
We'll do it live. Okay. Well, do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
So to get that perfect barbecue, you use wood. Are you sure it's safe? Whatever. We put the lighter fluid on, strike the match, and... Oh! Should we call the fire department? That might be a good idea.
All right, good evening, and welcome back to the Barbecue Central Show. Really big. Really big. This is the show that talks about all things that are important to the world of barbecue and grilling. This show originating from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame city, Bomb City, USA, Cleveland, Ohio, the barbecue capital of the North Coast. I'm your program host, Greg Rempe. Happy to have you aboard here on your Tuesday evenings, a live fire, fun, and frivolity show. If you would like to get in contact with the show this evening, or you would like to follow the show during off-show hours, here's how you do all that.
You can get in touch with the show by sending an email to Greg at bbqcentralshow.com. Follow us on all the social media channels at BBQ Central Show. And be sure to subscribe to the show podcast feed on your favorite podcast platform.
Anything else you want to find out about the show can be found at the main website, thebbqcentralshow.com. And here's what's happening on the show tonight in case you can get the newsletter. By the way, if you got the newsletter today, that is the last one forever. Starting next week, you will find show news updates and or otherwise either posting on Instagram, so follow me there, or on the show Facebook page, follow me there. Can't really update on YouTube, but you will continue to find the show's video streaming to Facebook and YouTube, but we'll get into that here in just a second. Anyway, as I digress, coming up in about 12 minutes from now, usually you would see her 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago, but travel was involved, both on my end, on her end in recent weeks. But we were able to push it until the last Tuesday. Push it real good. Till the last Tuesday of this month. And Jess Pryles makes her first quarterly appearance of 2026. So looking forward to talking with Jess. And then 35 past the first hour, we will have a first-timer to the show and the co-founder of the BBQ World Cup, Scott Erdmann, joining us on the show. First time with the new fingers. Really trying. So we'll talk to Scott about why this whole BBQ World Cup came to be, how it came to be, where's this money coming from? And there's probably not going to be a lot of particulars yet because there is a build-up to a release at some point here over the next few weeks, and then we'll probably sidle back up with Scott and talk about the specifics that were then released which again will be in about a few weeks' time, and that'll bring a close to the first hour. Then we will move to the second hour. It is the fourth Tuesday of a month, and it will bring the end to this month. It is not a bonus month with an extra Tuesday. Indeed, the Embedded Correspondents will be joining us. Doug, John, Rusty, and Matt. Matt was kind of iffy. Maybe you are in a part of the area that is experiencing the cold and snow, or as we call it here, 6-7 months out of the year here in Cleveland, Wednesday, or Tuesday for that matter. Is it cold? Yes. Is it snowing? Yes. Is it snowing a little bit more than it did at this time last year? Yes. I've had to use the snow thrower a few different times already in successive days. That hasn't happened in a while, but is it anything out of the ordinary? No. Did I still make it into work today? Yes. So, while a lot of people were worried about how they were going to get back, and I'll get into that, where I was last week. If you remember, no show at this time last week. But we're back in Better Than Other here doing it live.
We'll do it live.
That's right,
Okay.
Bill. We're doing it live. So, Matt in Tennessee, and I believe Eastern Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken, has seen its share of snowfall and frigid temperatures, and that means infrastructure starts breaking quickly, and you didn't know if he was going to have A, power, B, internet connection, and we're certainly not going to do it on a phone. So we'll see if Matt pops up, but I have not heard from anybody else being on the potential fritz, so I am at a minimum expecting Doug, John, and Rusty, if not a Matt Osman as well. But I told him if it had to be a game time decision, no problem there. And that will run us through the second hour. So that's how your show is setting up here this evening. Jess Pryles and Scott Erdmann coming up in hour number one, and the Embedded Correspondents taking the balance of the second hour. Don't forget you can follow me socially. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, LinkedIn, all with the handle at BBQ Central Show. And, of course, we say good evening to those of you watching this show tonight through one of our video streaming platforms that I had mentioned here a few minutes ago. You can, of course, go to Facebook.com/BBQ Central Show to watch. Also, for future updates on the show as far as what's coming up and so forth. You can also watch the show on YouTube, which is youtube.com/@BBQ Central Show, where there's a extensive show archive if you ever want to go back through and watch every single show. There are two separate Barbecue Central Show YouTube channels. There was the first number of years, and then there was the time where Facebook and I fought, and I decided I'll show you Facebook, and I started a separate channel where I tried to monetize. However, as always, joke's on me. No, we can tell who you are, and no monetization for you, shithead. So instead of trying to re-deek YouTube again for a third time, I said, you know what, forget about it. Nobody's making money on YouTube anymore anyway, so we'll just leave it here. This is where the archive will live. And if that's how it goes from here on out, then that's how it goes from here on out. But there's not going to be any updates necessarily passed through YouTube directly. So make sure that you are friending or following or liking the Facebook show page, facebook.com/@BBQ Central Show, because you can watch the show there, but you will also get updates on the show and also on Instagram, where I might do stories. Probably won't post in the feed because that's a curated thing. And if you follow me on Instagram, you realize I have not posted on Instagram in probably well over a month. Well over a month now, probably going on a month and a half now that I'm thinking about it. I think the last video in my feed was when we were in Chicago, and that was December 11th, or the weekend of December 11th. So not a lot coming from me here. Again, I'm old, social media, pain in the ass. Am I looking to get famous? No. And that's what happens, right? I mean, you just lose your edge on social media, you fall off the cliff, and you're dead. That's it. So for all intents, my social media is not great, but I will continue to give it the old college try as we plow here through 2026. However, we do have a new YouTube poll question of the week. It's not a would you rather, but I've heard a lot about this in recent weeks, and I figured since I was off last week and I'm back here, why not ask the YouTube voting public? And the question is this, and we're going to be asking you, along with all guests, are you familiar with heated rivalry? And currently 100% of you are saying no. You are not familiar with heated rivalry. Don't Google it. Don't ruin it for anybody else. Just answer right off the top of your head. That's why we do these things. We don't have a lot of votes in. I would say we're less than a third of the way in for our normal vote accumulation over a 2-hour show. But for the amount that is in there, 100% of you are saying you are unfamiliar with whatever heated rivalry is. Results from the poll question of now 2 weeks ago, would you rather never use search engines again or never use smartphone apps again? Believe it or not, we ended in a dead tie. 50% of you said no more search engines. 50% of you said no more smartphone apps. And I aligned with the latter half of the 50%. No smartphone apps for me. I'm pretty good where I sit now. And if I never saw another smartphone app, that would be great. By the way, if I could somehow untether myself from smartphones or cell phones in general, I would go back to my feral Gen X self and just go without. I'm not get off my lawn guy, but I could stand not knowing so much. Knowing this much maybe hasn't made me smarter, maybe hasn't made you smarter. Just makes you realize you either know or don't know. And then there's FOMO. I'm close enough to remember what not knowing was like and it being okay. All right, let's talk about smoking pecan pellets. Gang, are you looking for more smoke flavor out of your pellet cooker? Because let's be honest, sometimes it can taste more like a fancy oven. Do you want that stick burner flavor without stick burner work? Who doesn't? Unless you enjoy tending a fire all day long and smelling like a campfire for a week. Look no further than smoking pecan pellets. Smoking pecan pellets are made out of 100% pecan shells. That's right. Nothing but pecan shells. No fillers, no binders, no artificial flavor enhancers. Your meat will thank you, and your wallet might thank you after you realize you're not paying for sawdust. Smoking pecan pellets are a premium cooking pellet that burns hotter, lasts longer, and that means your pellet smoker will continue to consume less pellets, maybe a pallet of pellets, as you use these compared to the comparable wood pellet brand. More time to relax, less time refilling. Who doesn't want that? Their pecan shell pellets have a robust flavor that pairs well with a variety of meats, including beef, pork, chicken, fish. Even your weird Aunt Mildred, who only eats boiled chicken, might actually enjoy this. 50-50. Get the smoke, burn the shells. Really, it's a lifestyle. Promo code for 10% off when you use BBQ Central at checkout, because who doesn't love a good discount? Especially when it comes to delicious barbecue. Please sign me up immediately. Again, to save free money right now, visit the website smokinpecan.com, SMOKINPECAN, smokinpecan.com. And then at checkout, use the promo code BBQ Central, all one word. You'll save 10% off your entire order. All right, we will see a Jess Pryles here in just a few short moments. You stick around, and we'll be right back.
You're listening to the BBQ Central Show. Broadcasting live from the BBQ Central Show studios in Cleveland, Ohio. You're listening to the BBQ Central Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
All right, welcome back. This portion of the show being brought to you by Fireboard. The folks that make Fireboard 2, Fireboard Pro, Fireboard Spark, Fireboard Beacon, and the new wireless Fireboard Pulse. When you use the Fireboard app, you have total access to all devices anywhere in the world. Find out more by visiting fireboard.com or call 816-945-2232. And who knows? Our pal Ted Conrad might be the one answering that phone and then answering your question. Good folks at Fireboard. Leading off the first hour is the CEO of the Hardcore Carnivore brand of products. She is also continuing to teach you heathens what's safe, what's true, what's nonsense. Did I mention the recipes at her website, JessPryles.com? And after some logisticalizing, making her first quarterly appearance in 2026, a BBQ Central Show's guest Hall of Famer. We are welcoming back Jess Pryles to the show. Jess, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, sir.
Is it too, like, when do we stop saying that?
Well, I already stopped, but I was trying to be polite to you.
Well, I didn't know if it's, since it's the first time that we have technically talked ear to ear through the internet, if that's still a proper salutation or if not.
Either way, I appreciate your good tidings.
All
They're
right.
welcome.
Well, hate to do this. Is there any way you could do a mic reconnect? I feel like I'm getting your computer mic.
All right, hang on.
Yes, please. I'll play some traveling
You know I've
music.
checked all of this, right?
Yeah, sure. I believe. Oh, God. So also give me time to fill in your name. I didn't do that.
All right, I'm going and coming back.
All right. How we doing now?
I mean, I'm good.
Yeah, that's better.
Really?
Thank you.
Great.
God bless. All right, so happy to have you back. First year technical difficulties on my end. It's not you, it's always me.
I feel better.
We have a YouTube
got so much to talk
poll.
about.
Oh, do we? We have a YouTube poll question of the week before we can even get started.
Hit me.
Are you familiar with heated rivalry?
No.
67% of the YouTube voting public agreeing with you. They are not familiar with heated rivalry.
I feel like I might have seen a TikTok about that today.
So weird how everything knows what we're thinking and feeling these days.
Yeah,
Look,
I, for one, welcome our new ant overlords. You know what I'm saying?
I want to hit this right off the rip because
do
it
it.
was mega hot leading into the holiday season, then tapered, then came back like a house on fire at the end of the year. And I am, of course, talking about the rib roast, marinated, soaked, drenched, bathed in milk. So many questions, and the first one is
So many
this.
questions. Why?
Am I asking you? I am asking you, actually. I'm asking you to speculate. Do you think this is learned behavior, or do you think that this guy came up with this on his own and hit engagement farming gold?
Now, obviously, I have to tread carefully. I made the video just because I genuinely did not want people to waste meat money or milk money in this environment. It was not a play on my behalf, but he is a fellow business owner and I need to be a bit cautious. But I would say, based on the, I think, 3 or 4 videos he made after the video that I made, that it's doubling down on a like farming situation.
What can milk, let me rephrase, let me re-question, assuming nobody saw your video and no names please on the other person,
Sure.
what can milk do to meat?
Not much. So you would think that the acids in the milk would have a tenderizing effect on meat, but there's not enough acid in milk to start that difference. So the pH is too close to net neutral. But things like buttermilk, which we do know marinates well, that has a higher acid point. So yogurt and buttermilk do work. Milk does not.
Could raw milk do anything that a pasteurized milk couldn't do?
Yes. It could make you very, very sick.
Oh, dear.
Don't drink raw milk.
But outside
It's
of
very bad
that,
for you.
outside of that, could it do some meat massaging magic?
No, it can just make you very, very sick. Are you kidding me?
Are you shocked?
You know how filthy cow udders are?
I have, so to counterpoint that, I have seen an incredible amount, let's say an insurgence of pro raw milk advocacy across my Instagram feed, almost to the point where I'm like, well, should I get some raw milk and try that out? And then I remember, oh, hey, humans are the only animals that still drink milk as adults. Stop that shit. And like, I don't remember the last time I had a glass of milk, to be honest. But I almost get teeter-tottered over the edge to try raw milk. Like, it might make me a little more muscular or smart or something.
It could make you more muscular, but I tell you what, Americans are the only one. Well, I don't want to speak on behalf of all cultures, but predominantly Americans are the ones that have this weird obsession with needing milk with dessert. You know, like you need, like it was like, ooh, cookie, gotta have milk. Ooh, piece of pie, gotta have milk. Why? Because big milk gotcha. That's why.
Yeah.
And the rest of the world doesn't do that. We just eat our fucking pie and deal with it. You know
Healthy bones and skin in America.
Well, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Look at that. The quality of your skin is exceptional, and you're looking very anti-osteoporosis at the moment.
Well,
Brandon,
thank you.
I might say.
I'm taking calcium supplements per my health physician from last year.
Is that because the milk isn't doing it for you, perhaps?
Well, I think it's because I'm 51 and I'm what's the one before porosis? Osteopenia. I have osteopenia.
Yeah,
So-
I thought you were going to say you're osteo-curious. But listen,
Yes.
put this on the list for, we always talk about having another podcast, right?
Yes.
What about if we just talk about ailments in middle age? Like we could have the 40s and 50s podcast
Yeah.
of things you can expect to break down in your body during those decades.
Pretty much everything, I guess.
Let us know if you'd be interested in listening, because
Not
we're
only
looking for
will
ideas.
you break down in your 40s and 50s, you don't heal.
Yes, also. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
a definitely one-way ticket, if you will.
Agree or disagree on the last part of this milk soak? This is something you thought you would have seen from Guga and not No Names Please.
Agree.
Yes, of course. I guess
Strongly.
I'm a maniac.
Strongly agree.
Now, let's keep on the rib roast method, but
I love it.
ditch the milk shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it or not, but to me, this seemed pretty genius. I don't know if you're familiar with these guys called the Meat Dads. So they took a rib roast off the bones, inverted it, tied it back on, used the bones as a shield to protect the spinalis from overcooking. Looked spectacular. Your take on doing it like this?
I mean, I can see why that would work. I mean, if you go and see my method that I didn't do that and still had a perfect spinalis. But if you are, that's easier to control in the oven, in the smoker than in the oven. So if you're going to do it in the oven a little hotter, that might be a good method.
My
It's
biggest
just a lot of-
concern on rib
a lot of
roast
faffing
is
about.
it's always so most of the time I could nail it, but sometimes the spinalis gets a little shaded, and
Yeah.
I'm always just trying to figure out whatever the best way is to keep that protected.
Just low. It's honestly just low temperatures and patience, because I did several rib roasts this holiday season. The one in the smoker was at 250. I thought I could push it to 300 in the oven, and that's when I started getting that blush into the spinalis. And so if you just set your oven to 250 and you're patient, no worries. And just don't do the blast at the end under the broiler.
I agree, by the way. Last year, I said I'm going to start a grassroots movement to get people away from the high heat blast. Malcolm Reed was on board, saying the cooking guy was on board. All
cool.
YouTube
Sign me
mavens,
up.
blah blah blah. So Jess Pryles, we can now count.
Do you want to
with.
do like a We Are the World kind of thing for it?
We
using all of
aren't
us?
high heat.
Exactly.
Love your rib roast.
See?
Yeah, I can just go right off the top of my head.
You're great.
Don't look now, especially if one doesn't follow you on the gram. But Jess Pryles has another TV show. Who are you, Bobby freaking Flay?
Sometimes I think.
You are sick too. You have the
I've
flu?
been sick. No, this is cedar fever in Austin. I've been sick for like 2.5 weeks,
What is
including
cedar fever?
filming this show. Well, we have all these cedar trees, which are actually not cedar trees. They're juniper trees, but they call them cedar trees. And every January, they explode pollen into the air. And generally, the result of that is that you get flu-like symptoms. For me, it's been postnasal drip for 2.5 weeks.
Wow.
That's resulted in this terribly husky voice. And now I'm on medicated cough syrup. But the best part was that I got to film this entire TV show like this.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
So when
It's
people,
fine. It's good.
When
I
people
still
see
do great.
when people see season 3 of Hardcore Carnivore, they're going to hear the unhusky voiced Jess Pryles and go, "Well, who's who?"
That's right. Well, so Hardcore Carnivore only had 2 seasons, and that one's done, and we've moved on to a new show. It is also going to air on Outdoor eventually. It's also going to air on SBS Food in Australia, if you're in Australia.
Wow.
It is called Feast by Fire,
All right.
or Feast by Fire, if you prefer.
Or Feast by Fire.
Yeah, that too.
Can you say that?
Feast by Fire.
There you go.
Did I sound like you?
Yeah, you actually sounded like my middle daughter a little bit.
Is
on
that
one.
right?
Yeah.
I'll
the way
take
she
that.
Texts. Yeah. All right.
I'm a
Yeah,
big fan of all of the women in the Rempe household.
Yes.
You know that.
Thank you very much. So that was very American of you on that last run through. So certainly
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Well, Fire was too. It's just Southern.
But that's put on. So I'm just endlessly fascinated with TV. So we had literally double barrel TV show Hardcore Carnivore, but like
Yeah.
done dead.
It's just I don't know. They just
Oh,
they
okay.
didn't renew. They didn't renew a 3rd season right now, and this is this is a new show. In this show, we go around to different Texas barbecue joints, and then I cook things based off what I find at the joint. So it's a little less like hunting, fishing. Not that I fished at the first one.
You fish?
It's a little more. I don't fish. Chris fishes. I'm a land-based mammal.
Agreed.
Feel real strongly about that.
Yeah. Also,
Like I'll
fishing's
fish off a
boring.
pier, maybe in a lake, but for the most part, put a rifle in my hands.
You won't get on a boat and cast a line.
No, and you'll never, ever, ever catch me on a cruise.
I
Ever.
heard that. Never.
Right?
No. I mean,
That's
that could be the new podcast. Why we will never go on a cruise. I think we could talk at least 15 years about why we.
Do you
would
know
never
how
go on a
many
cruise.
episodes we would have just on that topic?
I mean,
Did you watch that Netflix documentary about the shit crew?
yes, of course. Just another reason. I remember that happening live and direct, and thinking, "Wow, that is just another reason why I would never do that." This coming from a guy who had parents for, I mean, not a number of years, but at least maybe 3 to 5 in high school, and the end of middle school into high school. They went on a cruise. Like grandparents came in, stayed the week, and they went on a cruise, and all they did was gush about how great it was. And you figure that's how like the next generation of cruisers comes up.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, there's just no effing way that I could ever be trapped like rats. And you're just set adrift. I mean, God knows if you're even coming back.
Oh God! I mean, and just It's everything. I can't. It's the false, like Disney, like the activities and the everyone's so happy. What are you happy about? And by the way, can I just say that waterfront isn't much without context. Throw a palm tree in there, maybe, sure. But just endless miles of water, international waters, piracy.
Yeah.
So many things to concern yourself with, let alone running toilets, as per documentary.
When we go to the Bahamas, Nassau is a port.
Yeah.
You see all those saps line up in their ships, and they get off and they get swindled one right after the other, and then they get back on that ship and they're heading back out to sea. And I'm like, toodaloo, losers. I'm going to sit here right on the lands and head back to the pool the next day. And who knows where the hell they're going to be. Like you said, they could be getting looted.
They're going to be on the poop deck. That's where
Literally.
they're going to be. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like Vegas?
I actually really love Vegas, yes.
What do you love about it?
It does still have sort of, Sammy and Dean and Frank vibes to it in certain areas. I like that you can get dressed up. I like that it's got some decent restaurants there. I like to gamble. I love roulette. I do a little blackjack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's just it's always a fun time.
Where do you like to stay? What's your hang?
Where did we stay? We've stayed last time we went for NFR, so we stayed at Resorts World, which wasn't great.
Yep.
We've
That's the
stayed
top
at
of the strip there.
the Encore.
Yep.
At the Wynn is real nice.
Yep.
And Ali, I saw Ali from La Barbecue was there at the Fontainebleau doing a pop-up during NFR, and that looked really nice too.
Yeah, but those are all the way at the top. You're kind of
At the top of the strip.
Yeah, unless you're okay. I stayed at the
I
Encore
like
last
walking.
year. Encore was nice. Yeah, I mean, I like walking too. So when I stayed at the Encore last year, you got to walk back 20 minutes, 25 minutes to get into
get
the
to what?
middle
Where are you
of
going?
everything. Oh, Caesar's
but where are you
Palace, Harrah's,
No one
the
goes
Link.
to Caesar. What do you need here? What, are you trying to find shitty cheap tables? What are you doing here?
No, I don't gamble. There's a great
Then
cigar
what's the
bar
point?
in Caesar's Palace that I love.
In the Palace?
No,
I had no idea.
the Palace.
That's what you. I mean,
Oh.
you've already quoted The Hangover with your toodaloo, and now you're missing this reference. But that's
I've never seen
fine.
The Hangover in my life.
Are you
I don't watch
serious?
movies. I don't watch movies. Porn occasionally, but definitely no movies.
I don't know how to feel about that. I mean,
Yes.
the porn was implied, but
Man.
I don't know about the rest of it.
No, I just don't.
Listen, okay, I like Vegas. I think it's a good time. We saw Ron White there at the Cosmopolitan.
Is he good
That was, yeah, it was good.
still?
Yeah, it was good.
All right.
He's still good. Still good. Audience is a little old. Still good.
Yeah. Big
Why do you
topic.
ask?
Well, I was just there this past week. Well, I guess it would be a week ago tonight I landed.
Yeah.
And stayed for the World of Concrete show up at the convention center there right by the Encore. This time I stayed at Harrah's, so more middle of the strip. Not my choice. This is where work books me because it's cheap.
I get it. I get it.
Walked up to the convention center, and that was not close. But got my
Uncle
steps
have a
in.
Tesla stop now
Yes, they
to the
did.
convention center.
Yeah, I was there
That's
when
why
I was
stayed
there
in
last
Resorts
year.
World.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good times.
Big topic on the show since mid-November, aside from milk soak of meat, is the rise in visibility of open fire cooking. So you were down at this deal in Hondo, Texas with Al Fragoni. That's what I'm calling open fire cooking, in case you were wondering where I was going with that. How many of us know what's happening in Memphis in May this year, further bolstering the rise in popularity in this form of cooking? Fad or long overdue?
So here's the thing. Open Fire Meetup is super fun. And it's the parts of it, I think, that really excite the people who go are the 1 or 2 nights prior to the public event where everyone can meet up, really have this sense of camaraderie and fellowship, and you really get to connect with, fellow creators, people you've been friends with online, and meet them in real life. And I think that's what people like about it. And then you get to be creative as well, because there's not a lot of parameters for the meetup, right? It until recently, I think this year was the first year that it wasn't for charity, but it has previously been a for charity event. And so it was kind of like, well, just have fun, do some crazy stuff. And we saw stuff like, we saw stuff like people cooking iguana. And I'm going to tell you right now, iguana tastes like shit. It's horrible.
thought it tasted like chicken.
No.
Okay.
It's awful. And, I've seen people, it's like when they do the gator with the head still attached. It's like, make a video about it. I'll make whatever. Because at the end of the day, the meetup was also about people being able to create content, with other people who create content, and just find these moments to do that. Al's always been amazing about bringing that community together. What I think will be interesting to watch is the next, what was that face for?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
It was a face.
I know. Just keep moving.
Great. I'm worried about the next iteration of that as it joins Memphis in May and becomes a full-on competition, because I think it's going to get more into nearly World Food Champs territory potentially, because when you start putting the beauty, I think, of live fire and a lot of the festivals we have in Central Texas and the original open fire meetup was that there were really no rules and you didn't have to fit these criteria. And now, if you are going to formally make it a competition, you have to start putting these rigid criteria in order to judge everyone neatly. And that's, I think, where competition barbecue evolved to be this very rigid, narrow, here's your competition box, here's your source brisket, here's your 4 proteins. I think that's where we ended up, because people wanted a fair fight, a fair competition. You had to be on fair playing ground. Everyone had to cook ribs. Who cooked the best ribs? And so how do you apply that to the sort of cowboy mystery of open fire cooking? How, Greg?
Well, I don't know the latter part of that question, but the former, I feel, at some point in the evolution of competition barbecue, and let's just paint with a broad stroke across the board here, not call any specific sanctioning body out, because they all kind of have fallen into this issue, according to me, and I've seen this evolve over the better part of 20 years.
You can have a say on this.
At some point, it was decided, either consciously or subconsciously, you're not allowed to be creative anymore and be rewarded for it. Now, if you're going to be creative, you're going to get punished for it. So chicken looks and tastes relatively the same. Ribs look and taste relatively the same. It's the...
But was it decided, or was it just this sort of collective unconscious movement that the judges decided?
I believe it had evolved into that. So at some point you see that, right? Competition classes are taking place. Everybody's teaching. So if you were somebody that was taking classes, and you took one from Rod Gray, and you took one from Travis Clark, and you took one from Darren Worth, I think even the dumbest rock in the box could realize there's a lot of similarities going on here. And at that stage, somebody could have stepped in and said, hey, it seems like we're getting into a really tight box here. Why don't we step back a little bit, readjust how we're going?
You can't unring the bell. We went through this with the Australasian
Of course you
Barbecue
can.
Alliance.
You're absolutely allowed to unring a bell.
We went through this with the Australasian Barbecue Alliance. When we started it, which was only 10, 12, 13 years ago-ish, we tried to have more variety in there. We tried to have like this open lamb thing. We tried to have looser rules. And what happened was the contestants got frustrated because they felt that people were trying to follow the letter of the rule instead of the spirit of the rule. And then you have to litigate another rule to be more specific so that someone doesn't bitch about it. And it ended up naturally narrowing itself into a very similar style to what we see in the American competition bodies, because it just sort of naturally went that way. And I feel like, I mean, if you think about, I mean, aside from the fact that World Food Championships was created just to make money, you know, like it was created as a concept for, I think I can sell all these different categories. It was
Sure.
not for the love of food. Let's be honest about this, right? That may have been a secondary thing. But I think in principle, people hoped that World Food Championships was going to be, I can enter this burger competition. There's no parameters. I can put up whatever burger that I want and have a really good chance of winning. And then you realize over the years, it has also done the same thing where it has narrowed, or it has become about what can be more ridiculous. Like, could a basic plain smash burger win that thing? No, why not? Could be the best, but it's probably not going to win. It's just this natural weird thing that happens in competitions. And I think one of the only competitions that's immune to that is probably a chili competition. And even then, it has parameters based on how spicy it can be before the judges get pissed. And do you like beans or not?
And
Answer is
also
no.
owned by Mike McLeod, World Food Championships. Fun fact.
Which? The chili cook-off?
The International Chili Cookers of America, whatever the hell it's called.
Well, the Terlingua chili cook-off in Texas, which is the one that everyone really cares about, is not
Yes.
owned by him, I believe. And I don't know him. That has nothing to do with it. It's a weird thing. The whole thing of food as sport is weird.
I feel like that's inevitably where anything that starts to gain popularity aspires to go, into a competition. Now everybody wants to do it. Everybody wants to be compared to the best. Instead of having a gathering and having a people's choice, you go into a rules committee or a rules setting of some sort, so you can see, okay, as you were talking about, here are the parameters, and now you're going to play within these guidelines. I see.
And the only end, sorry.
I was just going to say, I see that as way more of a stifling opportunity than a growth opportunity.
Yeah, and the only antithesis to that really is something like the Michelin system, where people can be naturally creative, and then there's an independent party that comes around and says, yes, you're good, you're not. But the issue, like we've seen in Texas with Michelin, is like there's an amazing sushi restaurant here in Austin that did not get on the list because you can't get in. And they're not allowed to, like, they're so booked out, and they're not allowed to pull any strings to get in there. So it's like it has its own issues as well.
Did Austin pay money to be part of the Michelin Guide?
I don't know.
Yeah. So that's the only way you're going to get a Michelin star. You have to pay to get in. That's why I completely dismiss the Michelin star guide rating. I mean, the restaurant
the
on its own
restaurants
could be
don't
great.
To be clear,
The city pays. City pays.
but the restaurants do not pay.
No,
because
correct.
obviously a lot of barbecue restaurants have made it in, and I certainly don't want to take away from their achievement.
No, right. I mean, nothing to do with the restaurants. The city pays, so there's a really good chance that if the city's paying, you're going to find a restaurant in that city that's going to make the Michelin star guide in some form or fashion. Bib,
We've
one
got
star,
all that
2-star,
California tax money to spend now, so you know.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody's moving to Texas, I hear.
That's right.
Hey, Jess,
Can't wait for them to leave.
You want to play a game?
Is it? Have we covered all our topics already, Greg? Oh, I've talked too much, I see. Are we playing Betwixt the Two?
Are we? You know we are. Oh, my goodness. First time in 2026, ladies, the game show that's sweeping the nation. Betwixt the Two, where I will give you an artist and then 2 songs, and then you tell me which one is better. And it's really only determined by me, even though you're going to guess. But before we do that, let's meet our contestant, Jess Pryles. Jess, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name's Jess. I'm a little hoarse tonight. My apologies. I am a live fire cook out of Texas, originally from Australia, and you should definitely buy my seasoning. Hardcore carnivore.
All right.
Made it myself. Hey, before we do this,
Yes.
are you going to have parameters by which I can potentially win this?
Well, we learned 3 months ago that you hated
much Def
any
Leppard.
version of Van Halen.
Van Halen. I was like, which one was it?
We also
Hey,
learned-
wait, it was too much Van Halen.
We also, well, it was loaded, but nevertheless, it was self-indulgent on my part, which we agreed is fine at our advanced stage. And then we learned 3 months before that you had no idea who Winger was. So I question your musical archive expertise.
I'm
Nevertheless,
6 years younger than you.
there's no reason to point it out like so bluntly. Betwixt the two.
It's in the hair.
Betwixt the two. Which is the better Alice in Chains song?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Is it off their 1994 smash EP, Jar of Flies, which, by the way, was the first ever EP to debut at #1 on the Billboard Hot Music Chart?
Wow, good to know.
Was it Nutshell that sounds like this? A little more production tonight. A tear, or off their 1992 smash album, Dirt. Damn That River, that sounds like this. So which one is it? Is it Nutshell?
They're not even comparable.
I know. I made it really hard this time.
Jesus.
Nutshell. I even implored the use of Bard or Gemini to help me craft this. Believe it or not.
All right, I'm gonna. Oh, jeez, they're not comparable. Nutshell has more soul in it. It's got a little bit. It's a little bit. It's got a lot more soul.
Yes.
But it's gotta have to be Damn the River.
Damn That River. Final answer?
Yeah.
Right. Lock you in. Damn That River. Betwixt the two, which is the better Alice in Chains song, Nutshell, or Damn That River? Of course, the answer is Damn That River. Wow. Look at you.
So back.
Opening up 2026 on the win. We can string it together in 3 months' time. We're on a win streak at that point because 2 wins makes a win streak. Hey, from everybody here at Betwixt the Two, we say so long, everybody. All right. Well, good for you. You've.
That felt right. I'm glad you came back to
I'm
a better
like, you
place.
know, I'm going to put this Nutshell up here because there's people in the instant chat. Nutshell. Like, that is, I feel like almost the go-to, the knee-jerk reaction. Right?
It nearly felt like it was the prelude to Down in a Hole.
Yeah.
And Down in a Hole was the better song. So.
You like Down in a Hole better than Nutshell?
Yeah, especially the acoustic version. My God.
Wow. I think you're in the minority from an Alice in Chains fan standpoint.
Are you serial?
I think Nutshell is a huge smash.
Can I also
for all
just
Alice in
say,
Chains.
I was really happy that it was going Alice in Chains because for a second there I thought you were going to do Alice Cooper.
I don't even know who that is.
From Millie Walker.
I kid, of course. Now, Damn the River is really one of the best ones. Now, if it was Damn That River and Them Bones, which one are you picking?
Them Bones.
All right. Well, there we go.
I mean,
we're 2 for 2. We're on a win streak now.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
That was just a little bonus. That was like an extra Jeopardy round.
Betwixt the two plus one more. Coming up, travel or anything you want to promote here before I let you go tonight?
We have a new sausage flavor coming out in March.
Oh.
So I don't know if I'll see the congregation before then. But there's new sausage flavor coming out. My book comes out in October. Can't wait to tell you more about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, going to be in Texas for a little while, just working on my videos.
Didn't you have a new special sausage flavor come out a couple months ago?
Yeah, so we have a limited edition that's coming out every 3 months.
What was it?
We like to keep it fresh for y'all. The last one was bacon cheeseburger.
Bacon cheeseburger. I'm sorry. I remember cheeseburger. I couldn't remember the other one. Right, do you want to tease the new flavor?
No.
Maybe.
But I tell you what, Greg.
Rhymes with. No, I'm pretty good at getting people to spill the beans. So just tell us. We're off air.
Oh, we're off the air.
Yeah, we're off the air.
Carne asada.
Yeah, my favorite. I don't know what that is, but it sounds great. Yeah, okay.
It's okay. You're in Cleveland. It's fine.
JessPryles.com for recipes.
Yes.
Follow Jess Pryles on all the social media handles.
Please do.
and
I'm
platforms.
fun. I'm not
Such
as fun as I am here. This is where I'm
Yeah.
the most fun.
There's such a gas on the YouTube or on the social media platform videos.
The grams.
And then if you want to get seasonings or sauce or tchotchke, you can knives.
Disposable cutting boards.
Everyday carry steak knives, disposable cutting
How
boards.
is your knife?
I used it last month, believe it or not.
And?
Yes.
Did you take it to Vegas?
No. What?
Oh, you can't fly with it?
I mean, I'm not going to try. So, this
Just
look.
try. I'll send you another one.
This look does not make it through security with a knife. Just FYI. So,
Valid.
hardcorecarnivore.com is where you want to get all that kind of fun stuff. And you
Thank
can
you.
see Jess Pryles right here every 3 months. Jess, always appreciate the time, and we will see you
Thank you
soon.
for having me.
You
Bye,
got
y'all.
it. Jess Pryles right there. Always a banger, as the kids say, and that one did not disappoint either. And happy to see her get into the win column on the Betwixt the Two. Again, not a trick question necessarily, but a lot of people love that nutshell. Especially peripheral Alice in Chain fans. Like, they feel like they have to say nutshell. But we know Damn That River is a banger. That was 2 bangers inside of a minute, I believe. How about that? All right. Well, let's catch up before we come for a very abbreviated open segment. Primo Grills is here, gang. What do we love about ceramic cookers? We love that they're fuel efficient. We love that you can achieve low and slow temperatures for traditional barbecue meats. We love that you can get rip-roaring hot for high-temperature grilling of steaks or other thin cuts. But what's missing in the everyday lineup of ceramic cookers? The real ability to do that true 2-zone cooking. 2-zone cooking is very important to both professional and backyard cooks alike. It's the best way to manage a fire and cook with confidence. However, getting a 2-zone fire and a round ceramic cooker is not very realistic. Why? Because it's round. Enter Primo Grill and the game-changing oval design. The shape gives you the ability to execute that 2-zone setup that you desire. It also gives you the other ceramic grill benefits as well. When you think about it, there's more than 60 different ways to configure this Primo cooker, so you're only limited by your culinary imagination. Accessories, yes. All sold through dealers. So find one near you. Visit primogrill.com. That's primogrill.com. Find the dealer near you. Visit in person. And then buy the oval that best fits your needs. Bottom line is this. They have the best ceramics in the biz. They have patented technology. They have true 2-zone cooking capabilities. They have all the accessories that you want, and they have multiple sizes. What more could a gal want? primogrill.com. That's primogrill.com. And we'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
And we thank Jess Pryles for joining us last segment. JessPryles.com or HardcoreCarnivore.com. This portion of the show being brought to you by Pit Barrel Cooker, the most unbelievable outdoor cooking device on the planet. Currently available in 3 sizes with a host of accessories. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a professional. It's a cooker you want to add to the arsenal. Visit pitbarrelcooker.com and tell them the Barbecue Central Show sent you. I know a lot of people emailing in, direct messaging me, text messaging me. Hey, we're tuning in for the BBQ World Cup. Yeah, well, about 5 minutes into that interview, that was not happening.
Get that big stuff out of here.
It appears that even though I only talk in Eastern time zone vernacular, doesn't always translate, and even though a guest books a time that converts from Eastern to your local time, it doesn't always work. So, I was told that the time zone thing was not accounted for. Other plans had been made on West Coast time, which is what, 7 o'clock? Getting on 7 o'clock right now. So we will not.
Andrew,
We are not learning about BBQ World Cup tonight. That's right, Andrew. We are not learning about BBQ World Cup tonight. We do have a number of BBQ World Cup questions that will be flurried about as the embedded correspondents dial in here this evening, coming up next hour. But currently, we have no BBQ World Cup guest, and we have no questions and thusly no answers. So, stick around. We will reschedule with Scott Erdmann. Are you familiar with heated rivalry? 73% of you now are saying heated what? You are not familiar with it. Interested to see what the guys say next hour. 27% of you are saying yes, indeed, you are familiar with heated rivalry. Couple things here. So as I had mentioned to Jess Pryles last Tuesday, I was at the World of Concrete convention in Las Vegas, Nevada. I made quick tracks out to Caesar's Palace, where the Monte Cristo cigar bar is, just off the Paloom or whatever the hell Jess said. I don't know. It's by Gambling, but then right across from where the Nobu Hotel signage is, and or the Nobu restaurant. Right across from there is the Monte Cristo cigar bar. Might I suggest that if you are going to Las Vegas and you are a cigar smoker and you're looking for a cigar bar to go to, one, not this time around, but last time around, their cocktail menu is elite, and that might be understating it a little bit. The bartenders are incredible, personable, ready to share, ready to make exactly what you want. Jason, one of the guys, Jason, who I've come to know over the last 2 times out there, is an incredible individual. And he's got like a beard, and he's got kind of the spiky mohawk thing going, but not like a huge mohawk, just like a little mohawk thing going. So if you have chance, he appears to be working in the evening shift. So let's say anytime after 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock, maybe when the evening shifters would get in there. They are widely known for their old-fashioned cocktails. According to Jason, they make the most on the Strip. They make somewhere around 50,000 old fashions each and every year, and that's just counting the ones that are ordered within the Monte Cristo itself. That isn't counting, and that's on contract old fashions. So they are contracted by High West whiskey or High West bourbon. So if you ordered a Woodford old fashioned or a Buffalo Trace old fashioned, whatever the hell you're drinking, those do not, that would even be a separate number on top of the 50,000 that they're doing through the High West. So an elite old-fashioned factory, if you're into that kind of thing. But for me, it's the cigars. So word to the wise, ladies and gentlemen. If you're going to go, bring your own cigars. Do not buy the cigars in the humidor. They are triple and quadruple the price that you would pay for a normal cigar anywhere else in the world. A $12 cigar is a $36 cigar. A $10 cigar is a $40 cigar. You get the idea here, right? Don't be fooled. Bring your own. You can travel with up to 50 cigars legally. I have found, for some reason, specifically the Cyclone by Vertigo lighter seems to make it through TSA in my book bag every single time I've traveled with it all month long. I've traveled every single week in this month on an airplane, and I will put this again to the test on Thursday when I do a quick up and back to Tampa. So I'll let you know on that, but it does appear that the Cyclone can travel through TSA unaffected. Word to the wise. Don't buy cigars there. Don't do it. Bring your own. You'll thank me later. Make sure you cut them. I do not bring a cigar cutter through TSA because I don't want to have that ganked from me. But the cigar lighter is cheaper. It's $19. Right. We went long with Jess. We'll try and play a little catch-up here, so... What do I want to do? All right, we'll just do this. We're going to end the first hour here. Refresh your libations. And we are pointing to the second hour. So stick around. We'll be right back.
This is Jim Minion from Two Loose Screws. I'm listening to Barbecue Central.
Happy to have you aboard here for the really big barbecue show.
We cook because we have to, and we grill because we want to.
Hit me.
Fine, how's it going?
You have a great show. I'm a big fan.
Boing.
So what seems to be the problem here? This man looks like he's dead, and he's in the crackle. Charbono! It's all about the charbono, dude.
Succulent fish. What?
He ate 54 wieners.
Oh, listen, Lavernius, shut your face.
I'm shaking like a dog shit peach seeds.
We have top men working on it right now. Top men.
And just like that, we are into the second hour. It is the Barbecue Central Show, where we talk about only the most important items of the barbecue and grilling world today. The show coming to you live and direct from
Palm City, USA, Cleveland.
Still to come on this show this evening, the Embedded Correspondents will be joining me shortly. We say good evening to those of you watching the show tonight through one of our video streaming platforms. You can go to facebook.com/BBQ Central Show, or you can watch on YouTube, which is youtube.com/@BBQ Central Show. We have a new YouTube poll question of the week that we're asking everybody, including all guests. Are you familiar with heated rivalry? And currently 64% of you now are saying no. You are not familiar with it, but that means we are getting ever so close to 50-50. It was 100% at the beginning with no's, and then it was 70-something, and now it is 64%. We are just moments away from hitting the 50s%. So we'll see how it goes through the rest of these 60 minutes. Coming up on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less this coming Friday, episode 418, taking you back to January 22nd of 2013. Let me say this. If you never listen to another Best Moments show ever again, make sure that you listen to this one coming up on Friday. For a very brief moment, there was almost a recurring segment called The Babes of Barbecue. In fact, I think we were toying around with the title of the segment to either Babes of Barbecue or The Bitches of Barbecue. Now, this might be the second one of what I believe were two of these segments, but maybe only in my mind did we do two, when in reality we only did one. I thought we might do two, but again, there was a brief moment where this was going to be a recurring segment, maybe a monthly thing, probably not a weekly thing. This is 12 years ago now, over 12 years ago. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this was also done on the After Dark portion of the show where I was deciding if I was going to add a full second hour each and every Tuesday. We were testing it out. The 50 minutes that I was getting from LA Talk Radio at the time wasn't cutting it. I wasn't having enough time covering the material that I wanted to cover. Then I started to bump it out a little bit, and you know the rest of the story, how we went from 1 hour to 2 hours, blah, blah, blah. There was a tester of time called the After Dark segment where there wasn't a time constraint that was put on. So please, do me a favor. Listen this coming Friday, and then you might be shocked who you hear as the babes of barbecue. Don't forget you can subscribe to the show by visiting thebbqcentralshow.com/subscribe. And if you want to hear a guest or segment that you have heard in the past that you feel has been lost in the archives, email John. Let him know what you would like to hear. John, J-O-N, at thebbqcentralshow.com. And he will do his best to meet your expectation. Number of places I can go here with time remaining. So let's do this. As I mentioned before the close of the first hour, I was in Las Vegas last week, got in Tuesday, left Cleveland Tuesday morning, got in Vegas Tuesday morning. It's like no time transpired except it was 6 hours. Tuesday night was Caesar's Palace for cigars with Detective Corey, who happened to be there as well. He was going to the SHOT Show. I was there for World of Concrete. Then the next night, met up with a customer after we exhibited at the Convocation Center. Went to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Harrah's, so I didn't have to leave the hotel once I got back there from exhibiting during the day. Customer met me there. Here's what I'm about to say. Here's what I'm going to request. And perhaps even more than request, implore Ruth's Chris. Stop using the 500-degree plate. Please stop. Conceptually, I understand it. It sure seems nice to have a hot bite of steak at the start and a hot bite of steak at the finish. And that 500-degree plate is supposed to allow you that experience from start to finish, hot steak in your mouth, hot protein in your mouth. But in real life, when the rubber meets the road, it's just bad. No matter how perfect that steak, or in my case, those lamb chops came out of the kitchen in the beginning, by the end, they are hammered. Why, you ask? Let's review. Let's look at the 500-degree plate, because all you're doing on that plate is continuing to cook what's ever on the plate. Let me tell you something. Don't you think if this was the best idea in the steak world, other steak places in the world would do it? Of course they would. It's a copy me business. When someone is doing something that is winning, others will copy it because they want to win too. Look around. No one else is doing this. Why? Because they know what I know. They know what the embedded correspondents know. Over the time you are there at your table, your nicely cooked protein is going to end up overdone. What other choice does it have when it's sitting on a hot as fuck plate? It has no other choice. It will only continue to cook. And if you wanted rare, it will end up medium. And if you wanted medium rare, it will end up medium well. In my case, with those initially delicious and tender and thick lamb chops, because you know me, in 2026, are we going to steak restaurants anymore? We are not. We are, let me rephrase, we are going to steak restaurants. We are not ordering steak at steak restaurants. We are ordering anything but steak at steak restaurants going forward. Ruth Chris had thick cut lamb chops, and they showed up, and I cut in, and they were the perfect medium rare. And over the course of 20 minutes, they ended up being an imperfect well done. Give me a break. Take it from me, Ruth. Ditch the hot plate and thank me later. You want to know why you get so many shit reviews? You want to know why so many people say the steak ended up overcooked? It's because if they could review it, or if they would remember to review it right as the steak hit the table and cut into it and taste it, 5. Wonderful. It's great. Except they don't review it then. They review it after the dining experience. And after the dining experience, that protein had 20 or 30 or 40 minutes of sitting on a 500-degree plate, albeit tapering down in overall degrees. But where is that energy going? Not into the ether. It's going into the protein that's sitting on the plate. Henceforth, overcooked everything all the time. Ruth, please listen to me. If you're alive, Ruth's family, if you're alive and you're listening to the show, and I know you are, ditch the plates once and for all, please. Nobody will miss it, and everybody will thank you and me. But God bless. Get rid of it. From now on, if I get there and if I go there again, no hot plate. I will risk offending them to make sure I'm getting what I want. By the way, the banana cream pie dessert at Ruth's Chris, winning all around. Fucking great. Oh my God. I would have skipped eventually overcooked lamb chops and had 2 of the banana cream pie dessert and a soda water to wash it down. That's a not miss. If that's on the menu at whatever Ruth's Chris you go to, and I'm sure it's on there, you got to get that one. It's a bang. Order your protein without the hot plate. Tell them the Barbecue Central Show said so. If they got a problem, email me, greg@thebbqcentralshow.com. But you're only overcooking your proteins every single time you do it. Conceptually, yes. Realistically, no. It's bad. All right, the embedded correspondents are loading in. New year, new barbecue goals from your friends at Big Papa Smokers. Fire up your flavor game with Big Papa Smokers, your one-stop shop for championship barbecue seasonings like the award-winning Sweet Money, the competition favorite competition brisket and steak rub. Whether you're cooking for trophies or for the neighborhood, make this year you master bold, unforgettable flavors. Shop now at BigPapaSmokers.com and use code REMPE26 at checkout to get free shipping. That's REMPE26 all together, REMPE26 at checkout. You get the free shipping. Exclusions apply, so ask questions. BigPapaSmokers.com is the website. Again, that's BigPapaSmokers.com. And REMPE26 at checkout for free shipping. Again, exclusions apply. Big Papa Smokers, real barbecue, real results. And by the way, our pal Sterling Ball is up and walking, albeit assisted, but the legs are moving closer every day to walking unassisted. Good for you, Sterling. I mean, if anybody was going to beat the position he was in, most of us would have given up or would be dead at this point. No. Sterling not having it, not taking diagnosis, pushing straight through, and getting the results that he imagined. No surprise there. Good for you. All right, we are back with the Embedded Correspondents right after this. Stick around. Be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
And we welcome you back. Yeah, I'm all caught up. Without further ado, it is the fourth Tuesday of the month. In the second hour, and that can only mean a visit from 3 Barbecue Central Show guest Hall of Famers and Matt Osman. At the top, let me go just to the right of me. Longest running embedded correspondent is Doug Scheiding right there. And then just to the right of him and 2 over to the right from me, the embedded correspondent from Michigan, John Solberg, with a double wave. And just below me is our third longest running correspondent from the great city of Utah, Rusty Monson of Salt City Barbecue. And just below Douglas is Matt Osman from the great state of Tennessee. And Matt was touch and go there because it snowed and it was cold in Tennessee. And Tennessee believes they're in the South, but they are still a little bit north of the South, and things can wreak havoc on them. So glad to see everybody is here. Before we get into the 100% surety question, guys, we have a YouTube poll question of the week, and we're asking everybody this. Doug, are you familiar with heated rivalry?
I don't know what that was, but no.
No. I don't know what that was either. It was weird. John, are you familiar with heated rivalry?
No, I am not.
Rusty, heated rivalry.
No, sir. No, I'm not.
And Matt Osman, are you familiar with heated rivalry?
Is that like a product? A phrase to use? Yes.
No, that's not it.
No.
Okay. I was familiar, but only because I had heard it on a talk show maybe a month ago. So I could lump myself into both. But a unanimous no from the panel. So I will say this. Do your own research, and then you can report back next month. Heated rivalry. All right, we have a slew of 100% Assurity questions that we have to get through. Again, as always, we will go to Doug, and we will start every new question with Doug because that's the easiest way for me to do it. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, you are completely shocked by SmokeSlam's pause in 2026.
No, I'm not.
No. John, shocked at SmokeSlam's pause this year.
Yes, I am.
Rusty, shocked at SmokeSlam's pause. Rusty? I cannot hear Rusty.
Oh, no.
No, it happened again. Maybe that was that sound that was made there, Doug. Rusty? No, Rusty. All right, Rusty, you work on whatever the hell it is you're going to work on over there. And Matt, you are shocked by SmokeSlam's pause in 2026.
100% yes and odd.
Yes, all right. And I am also 100% shocked by SmokeSlam. Rusty, give me a thumbs up if you are shocked. And, of course,
Frozen.
No, Rusty. All right. Thought he was just falling asleep on the question. All right, so, all right, Matt, let me circle back up with you. You said you were not only shocked but awed. There was no talk of this around your neck of the woods?
No, about a week before the pre-news kind of dropped, I had heard from a couple people in the watering pool and watering hole, whatever, that maybe it might happen. And then the pre-release, if you will, the week before it actually was officiated. And I was like, oh, that's because for anybody who does Memphis in May or Smokes, around December, you need to really start having your game plan together. And so it got to December and I hadn't heard, okay, it's this and it's this and it's that. There wasn't that normal buzz in previous years. So I was alerted, like, is this a thing or not a thing? And then it wasn't. So very, very, very surprised.
Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. There will be a unifying contest in place as early as next year?
110% yes.
Wow. All right. John, you think there will be a unifying contest, that being SmokeSlam and Memphis in May joining together, unifying, if you will, as early as next year?
100% no. It's never going to happen.
Never going to happen. Matt, a unifying contest.
That's a great question phrased. My gut tells me with Doug, yes. And my heart tells me when you say unified, almost like a perceived 50-50. I'm going to say no to a unified.
All right. I am also going with a 100% hard no on a unifying contest. John, why? Actually, let's get to the next question first. Doug, 100% yes or 100% no? SmokeSlam was trying to do a hostile takeover of Memphis in May all along.
That's a good one. Hell frickin' yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
John, hostile takeover of Memphis in May was SmokeSlam.
Yeah, there was a void in a vacuum and someone went to fill it. That's business.
We'll get to Rusty here in a second because he's kind of choppy. Matt, SmokeSlam was trying to do a hostile takeover of Memphis in May all along.
I'm going to say 100% no, only because the original thought and reason for SmokeSlam, again, being their first, was way back yonder years. MBN, the sanctioning body of SmokeSlam, used to have a championship. And from the talk around, literally there at the contest, the idea or the rumor was going on that, okay, let's get a year or two of this, and then this contest will then be dubbed the MBN Championship brought back to life. So no for that question.
Rusty, are you with us? No, Rusty.
No.
I am going to agree with Doug. I believe this was a hostile takeover from the beginning. And the reason that I believe that is because they were so quick to go 2 years and then stop. And then press out we're in talks of a unifying event. There was no, to me, if there is talk of a unifying event, whoever the stakeholder at SmokeSlam and whoever the stakeholder at Memphis in May are going to they're going to appear at a news conference together jointly to say one of these is not working or one of these is going to pause this year because we're really talking about how we're going to combine forces here in a year from now, in 2 years from now, in 3 years from now. And instead it was a very one-sided, we're pausing because we are putting together a unifying, not we're exploring, we are putting together a unifying contest, which Memphis in May immediately said, while we recognize that SmokeSlam is not going to happen this year, we are not saying that any type of unification is actually happening. There might be talks, but there is no guarantee that any unification is happening. Yes, Matt.
Correct on your take. A different perspective, if I may. I think it's real simple for everybody at home. Number one, Memphis in May has the name and the championship and longevity. Number two, Mempho or those behind it have the money, and now per the 10-year, to be at Tom Lee Park, they have the money and location. So if we hold, to John's point, if we hold it in a vacuum and we've got the spot and the money, we just need your name. That's all we need. So let's come to the table, let's talk type of thing. Or at least that's how I see it.
Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. SmokeSlam needs Memphis in May more than Memphis in May needs SmokeSlam.
Ooh. I'm going to say no on that.
Right. John, SmokeSlam needs Memphis in May more.
Doug hesitated on that one, but what the hell was SmokeSlam before Memphis in May? It was nothing. So I'm going to go. Sorry, Doug. I'm going. Yeah, they need him.
Yeah.
Matt, SmokeSlam needs Memphis in May more.
On the simple fact that it ran for at least 2 years in a row, no, it doesn't.
And I agree with John. Absolutely, SmokeSlam does not need Memphis in May at all. SmokeSlam could go away, and nobody would give it a second. If it doesn't come back next year, nobody will remember SmokeSlam. It will be that event that kicked out a bunch of cash for a couple of years, but couldn't sustain for whatever reason, and it would be very surface level at that. Rusty, are you back? No. Rusty just beat it. Yes, Doug.
I think this came up on last month's show a little bit in terms of SmokeSlam. Memphis in May, if you go to the ProPublica, tax returns and look at it, they have lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I think from a liquidity standpoint, they need to make a decision in the next couple of years because they've lost money each of the last 2 years, like serious money, like $500,000. And so I think they've got about $1 million, from what I recall, in the reserve. So that means they can make it 1 to 2 more years, just from a cash reserve standpoint.
Rusty, are you with us? No, you're not. All right. That's fine. You were almost there, and, well, maybe you weren't even almost there. All right, next question, Doug. 100% yes or 100% no. Going back to Tom Lee Park as a combined event is the worst idea ever.
I'll agree with that 100%.
John, going back to the TLP is no bueno.
Before I answer that question, don't forget, Memphis in May is not a barbecue contest. It is an international festival.
That's right. Thank you.
It's way bigger. So let's not get confused that it's about this barbecue thing called Memphis in May. It's about this giant fucking content thing.
Festival.
And yes, I think festival. And yes, going back to Tom Lee Park would be another tragic tale.
Matt, going back to Tom Lee Park as a combined event, worst idea ever.
I'm going to be the contrarian. I'm going to say it would not be the worst idea for the simple fact that location. It matters to downtown Memphis to have it on the river and surrounding states.
I'm going to back up Doug and John. I couldn't think of a worse idea going back to Tom Lee Park after having it renovated, having Memphis in May load in there hours after the sod was laid, only to be whacked with a $750,000 bill or $1 million bill that ends up in litigation, blah, blah, blah. How could it be any better this time around? It is, yes, a little bit more installed, a little bit more entrenched, grown in, blah, blah, blah. But the platform hasn't changed. The setup hasn't changed. Teams loading in isn't going to be any different on the Memphis in May side. So to me, it feels like it would just be disaster waiting to happen. I would go back to Rusty, but he looks like he's sleeping again. 100% yes or 100% no? Doug, you believe part of the return to Tom Lee Park is that Memphis in May's damage bill will be forgiven.
Absolutely, it's going to be, yeah. It's the guys with the B's behind their name are going to cover it.
John, you believe the debt will be forgiven?
Of course it will, because it was all bullshit in the beginning.
Matt, you believe that part of this return would be a forgiveness of the Memphis in May damage bill?
Because the question has forgiven, I'm going to say no, but I'm going to agree with the premise and say it's going to be paid in essence for it to be returned.
Right, 100% yes or 100% no. Oh, wait, sorry. I do agree that if it goes back there, then something was made whole. And it wasn't just Memphis in May feeling good and paying for it. Because, Rusty, you look a little different. Are you there?
Yeah, I think I'm here.
Oh, my God. You sound like shit, but all right. Take what I can get. I'm not going to go back through all of these for you, but we are talking a little Smoke Slam, Memphis and May. I don't know if you were getting bits and pieces. You were jumping in and out. Do you believe that if we went back as a unified contest that the return back to Tom Lee Park would be because Memphis and May's damage bill was forgiven or paid?
I don't know. That sounds like they would. It's just that one. I don't know. I think that whole thing was crazy anyway, so I don't think they would go back, period.
Oh.
That was pretty lame.
Not going back at all. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, if this returns to Tom Lee Park as a unified contest, Memphis River Parks Partnership will find a way to stick the organizers with extreme damages because they secretly hate Memphis and May, no matter if it's a joint contest or not.
No, I don't agree with that. No.
John, it's a railroad job.
Doug is 100% right. No, it's like they already shoved it up their ass once. They're not going to do it again.
It's already up. The ass is full, is what you're saying. All right. Matt, the ass is full?
Yeah, I think that is.
All right. And Rusty, do you think that Memphis River Parks Partnership will try and jam up Memphis and May just because they hate him?
Yeah, ass is full.
Yes. All right. No. Good. All right. We're off Smoke Slam now. 100% yes or 100% no. Oh, me? Yeah, I do. I think Memphis River Parks Partnership will try and jam Memphis and May no matter what. Any chance they get, they fucking hate them. I mean, it's clear as day. We build a park just for you. Here's $1 million bill. We hate your guts. Can we find a way to get you the hell out of here? And we have something waiting in the wings to bring it. I mean, give me a break. I don't know a partnership that could hate another group more than Memphis River Parks Partnership having a hard-on for Memphis and May. It's clear as day. You saw it transpire in real time. Go ahead, Matt.
Doug, you'd been to Memphis and May when it was at Tom Lee, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, and you went to Smoke Slam at least the 1 year, and we missed each other, whatever. But I mean,
I almost fell asleep when I was there because there was no one attending.
Well, later on, but yes, it's totally different. It being that I could still see, and to your point earlier, Greg, there would have to be revisions, which the teams would pitch a bitch about, of course, because that's what teams do. Hey, no trailer is longer than this. The biggest spot is X. Like more stringent, I can envision the park as it sits, a joint venture, blah, blah, and there still being more than 100 plus competitors there. That's my opinion.
I didn't even think that place. I didn't even think the revised Tom Lee Park could hold near 100 competitors.
If you cinch some of the regulations of trailers and yada yada, because here's the other thing: we did hear that Smoke Slam did a better job with new sod of their path things that they put down and the yada yada to prevent the tear up of the ground. There was a positive coming after the competition, the John, 2 years that it was there.
Go ahead, John.
Matt, you think that's really like a fucking contest down there at Memphis and May? Do you think that's like a real competition? It is not. It is not. It is one-off. It's on its own. It's not an MBN. It's not the MBN championship. It's a fucking dog and pony show that we all love. It's not even a fucking real contest. It's a fucking dog and pony show. That's all it is. It's time to move on.
Teams got points.
All right.
Smoke Slam has the lease. They've got to have the responsibility for the damage.
Correct. True. All right. 100% yes to 100% no. Done. The BBQ World Cup will come off without a hitch.
Has it left the station? Yes, it will have problems. They got to put the wheels on.
BBQ World Cup will come off without a hitch.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, yes, it will come off without a hitch.
Off without a hitch.
Oh, come on. No
all
way.
fingers and toes crossed.
No.
Rusty, BBQ World Cup will come off without a hitch.
Yes, I believe that it will.
All right. And Matt, you believe BBQ World Cup will come off without a hitch?
Just for clarity, before I answer, you're talking about the actual end-all, be-all competition in Vegas next year?
Yes.
Okay, then 100% yes.
Yes, all right.
There's still time.
Look, I think I have to agree with Doug. For his, I don't even know what to say about it. Also, the co-founder can't seem to put together time zones to come on this show at 9:35. So I fear there could be a hitch down the road here. So we'll see. I hope I'm wrong. I mean, I'm in John and Rusty's and Matt's corner here. I would love to see it come off without a hitch, but it just feels like it can't even, as you said, Doug, get out of the garage here yet. So we'll continue to track that. Doug, 100% yes. Go ahead. If it looks like a duck.
What's the saying? Past performance is indicative of future behavior.
No. Past performance is not indicative of future results. That's what they say on all investment commercials. All right, one more here before we go to break. Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. You believe the winner of the BBQ World Championship will indeed walk away with $1 million in cold, hard cash.
No way, because even now it says 1 million prize
purse.
Cash prize.
Prize
purse.
Cash prizes. So sounds a little World Food Championship to me, and more like it's all a 1 million. That's on the website right now.
All right, John, you believe the winner of BBQ World Cup will get 1 million bones.
Hey, I'm staying in the world of fantasy on this whole thing. Yeah,
Mr. Optimist.
Absolutely.
Mr. Optimist.
Mr. Positivity in Michigan. I love it.
I'm going to lose 45 pounds by Saturday.
All right, good for you, John. You keep at it.
Gosh, someone's taking over John.
All right, Rusty, you believe that the winner of the BBQ World Cup will indeed walk away with $1 million, cold, hard Benjis.
I just called in for a welfare check for John. But I don't believe it's ever been established that it was $1 million total. It was just the prize purse. So I never thought it was going to be that. So no.
Right. All right. Okay. We'll get to that here in a second. Matt, you believe that the winner will walk away with $1 million buckaroos?
In this economy? No.
Nope. Right. I do not believe that they'll be walking away with $1 million. This would have been nice to talk about at 9:35 Eastern this evening. Is it a $1 million prize purse? Is it $1 million prize purse and the winner gets an additional $1 million? Or is it $1 million prize purse and the winner walks away with cash and prizes totaling $1 million? Lap dances,
like Price is Right,
for $300,000, $800 in cash, Tesla underground loop rides totaling $348,000,
Raiders
things
tickets.
like this. Raiders tickets, right? So I don't think that. For as much as I've heard, I mean, has anybody else heard that somebody's walking away with $1 million? Like, I've heard that. I've heard I've heard it many different ways.
I've heard it.
Yes. All right.
Initially, yes. But here's the thing. In order to the bigger point, in order to be the biggest single winner, what's that number? Is it 100,000? Is it what beats World Food? 150,000.
I think the biggest one has been Smoke Slam, right?
Smoke Slam
for 50.
50?
For 50,
those guys are walking away with $250,000.
But the GC won minimum of 50 is what the accolade was, because it was a 250 prize purse. So it has to be what to be named the biggest. It'd be 50,001, right? But so did Kingsford. Kingsford did there's been other ones that have been 50.
They did 50,000. Yeah.
So this one has to be at least 100,000, you would think, to give the number of $1 million to the GC.
Unanimously, I don't even know what Nomer means, but unanimously, $1 million, we agree that we do not think that that's going to happen. All right. Stand by here just for a second, gents, as I do piece of business here, and then we will pick up for the rest of the 100% Assurity questions. Not too many left, but some good ones. Hey, step into the world of McAuliffe cigars. I have new ones coming my way right now. I have a bundle of red, a bundle of green, and a bundle of Herencia Habano wrappers. Oh my, those are going to be delicious. By the way, as I was listening to the Cigar Authorities podcast on the way home today, in a snow squall, I might add, but no problem for me, it appears that the black and the red line are getting, what do they call them? Gordos. So 6-inch by 60. 6 inches long and 60-inch or 60 ring gauge. That's about the cutoff for me. I really don't like 60 ring gauge cigars. I can tolerate them, but anything bigger than 60 is too big for my mouth. But black and red at Two Guys Cigars should be available as of a couple days ago. So if you're into the 6x60 cigars and you like the red and you like the McAuliffe black, go to Two Guys Cigars. You can buy them there. Or you can find a retailer near you if you go to McAuliffeCigars.com, and McAuliffe is spelled MICALLEF, McAuliffeCigars.com, and you can use the locator to find a retailer nearest you. We are back with the Embedded Correspondents right after this. Stick around.
You're listening to the BBQ Central Show. Whole packers, full racks, legs and thighs, injecting butts. If you've never heard this before, you might think you found the best XXX show ever. Let's get back to the most homoerotic host out there today, Craig Rimpey.
And we welcome you back to the BBQ Central Show. We have the Embedded Correspondents joining us here this evening. There's Doug Scheiding and John Solberg, and below me, Rusty Monson and Matt Osman. Show logo just below John, in case you were wondering what that is. Getting through the 100% Assurity questions. Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. You were shocked to see Blackstone come out with a Santa Maria style grill.
No, I was not.
John shocked at Blackstone's Santa Maria.
Actually, yes, I was.
Rusty shocked at Blackstone's Santa Maria grill.
Yes, absolutely.
And Matt shocked at Blackstone's Santa Maria.
Legitimately having a tough time answering this.
It's not rocket science.
No, I know. The answer is yes, I was. But I thought it would be more a Weber product that they would have come out with it than Blackstone. But I'm not ashamed to say I might buy one.
If I woke up with my head stapled to the carpet tomorrow, I wouldn't be more surprised. I was completely shocked that Blackstone came out with a Santa Maria style grill. 100% yes or 100% no? Doug, you are shocked to see Weber get into the wireless probe thermometer business.
No, not at all.
John, wireless Webers? Surprised?
No, not at all. Not one.
Rusty, surprised that Weber coming out with wireless probes?
No, that's the new hotness right now.
Right, and Matt, surprised at Weber wireless?
Not surprised, just saddened. Should have gone sooner.
I am surprised. I thought Weber would stay true to wired technology and realizing that wireless, while conceptually great, is really not that great in a lot of instances. And from a lot of different companies, not really great in a lot of different instances. So shocked that they decided to get into that world. In staying with Weber, though, Doug, 100% yes or 100% no, Weber will dominate the live fire industry in 2026.
I'll say yes on that.
Yes. John, Weber will dominate this year.
That is an outstanding question. One that pauses to make you go like, yeah, they will. They will for a lot of reasons that you might not expect, but yes, they will.
Rusty, Weber will dominate this year?
Yeah, man. The OG still kicking.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Matt, Weber will dominate the industry in 2026.
On the backs of the rancher. Yes, they will. 100% yes.
Still with the ranch kettle. All right. I agree. I think Weber is coming to play. I think they are not making a lot of social media waves at this point, but I think they have a lot of stuff in the hopper. I think with Roger Daly at the helm here now with a year under the belt. Remember, about a year ago, I was saying how these two were merging and how in a few short weeks, we were going to be having Roger Daly end of January, beginning of February. That didn't happen at all last year, but boy, we're really trying to get Roger on to talk about this. But I believe between the two, which remain independent, Weber is going to be a dominant force this year in 2026. All right, 100% yes or 100% no. Douglas. The Grill Dad's rib roast method is the best method you've seen to date.
For rib roast or
Yes.
overall?
For cooking rib roasts.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll go with that.
Yes. John, the Grill Dad's rib roast method is the best rib roast method you've seen to date.
Who's the Grill Dads? I haven't seen them to date. So,
what?
I knew it was coming.
You're not familiar with Faye and Mark?
no, and got two shits to give about their rib roast method.
All right. Well, here we go. Rusty, the Grill Dad's rib roast method is the best rib roast method you've seen to date.
I don't know what it is, so
Gotta be a no for you. What about you, Matt?
The best is subjectional, but yeah, I give it to the guys.
Yes, it is subjectional, by the way. I agree with Doug and Matt. This is the best rib roast method, cooking method I've ever seen in my life. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug! You will try the milk marinade rib roast method in 2026.
That's an easy one. Hell no.
Hell no. John, always risky and positive, especially positive today or this evening. You will try the milk marinade rib roast method in 2026.
If Doug tries it, I'll try it. But other than that, hell no.
All right. So, Rusty, milk marinade on the rib roast in 26?
John tries it, I'll try it.
Oh, all right. It's a 3-time no.
It's a domino.
Matt,
Domino.
you will try the milk marinade rib roast method in 2026.
If Rusty tries it because John tried it because Doug tried it, I
That's
will
a no.
try it.
I'm just going with a flat-out no. There's just no way. Sorry.
Doug, do it so we can start the chain.
No.
You do it.
Yeah,
we'll
come
start
on,
the chain.
come on. We'll all
No.
post on the same day.
It would just be you
Can we
four,
ask
then.
this question every month?
It's a flat no from me. It's a flat
Is
no
this
from
the
me.
pocket knife?
It would have to be your four. It's definitely not happening. My meat scientist said, don't do that. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, you... Oh. Shit. All right. Stand by. Got to ditch that question. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, the best Led Zeppelin song is In the Evening.
I'm going to say no because I don't care. I don't know.
Do you know who Led Zeppelin is?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
They
all
just
right.
were not on my, they're not on my playlist.
100%. What do you mean? They're right in your wheelhouse, old man.
They are. They just weren't one of the groups I listened to. Like Alice in Chains that you did with Jess Pryles.
Who did
They
you
weren't
listen
on my
to?
list either. Winger, Motley Crue, Def Leppard.
Oh,
Van
right.
Halen.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
100% yes or 100% no. John, the best Led Zeppelin song is In the Evening.
No, it's not.
No. Rusty, In the Evening, Led Zeppelin's best song.
It's not even top 20. God, Lord.
Not even top 20. Wow. Matt, best Led Zeppelin song, In the Evening.
100% no.
No. Right? I'm going yes. It is my favorite Led Zeppelin song. Absolutely. All right, last one, guys. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, I have used the Hardcore Carnivore Everyday Carry Steak Knife in the past 30 days.
Oh, God. I'm going to say yes, only from the fact that you used it the day before the last show, and that would have been 28 days ago.
Wow. All right. John, I've used the carry knife the last 30 days.
The technical skill of Doug and his math. I'm going to say no and watch the levee break.
Rusty, I've used that steak knife in the last 30 days.
I'm hoping that Doug's math is mathing, and I'm going to say yes.
Oh, all right. Mr. Positivity showing up here at the tail end. Matt Osmond, I've used that knife in the past 30 days.
Only because past performance is not indicative of future
results.
Results.
Yes.
No, I'm still going to say no. No, you haven't. Why? You haven't so far, so no.
All right. So Matt says no. John says no. Last month, I did say I used it. But what did I say at the end?
You threw it away.
I threw it away. You fuckers.
Doesn't mean she didn't send you another one.
Oh, you think she listens to the show?
The last time you lost one, you got sent another one.
I think one of you guys sent me one just to be a smart ass. That's what I look at Doug laughing. You sent it to me, son of a bitch. All right, Doug, what are we promoting tonight?
Promoting San Antonio Rodeo is this weekend, competing in that, and baseball and barbecue podcast. I'm on it this weekend.
When does the Robert Moss episode drop?
This weekend.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm very excited to finally listen to that. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. John, what do we have coming up?
Hey, don't forget Friday. Best moments of the Barbecue Central show in 10 minutes or less. Get it wherever you find your podcasts. Just search the BBQ Central show and subscribe.
John, did you remember or recall Babes of Barbecue or Bitches of Barbecue?
I do. Yes, I do. And that one, but there were only a few of them, and this one was kind of in the. Maybe there was like 3 of them, and this one was right in the middle.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I want to say it's the Bitches of Barbecue. You just sometimes refer to it as the Babes of Barbecue.
Yeah. I think, and that might have been a self-gloss by the women, Bitches of Barbecue. I might have been Babes of Barbecue, and they might have self-glossed a Bitches of Barbecue because I thought they were hardcore. But Doug, don't look at us with that face. Just listen to the show on Friday, and you will get caught up to speed. Rusty, what is happening with you that you're promoting?
I just want to say thanks to all those who did not order catering because that stopped immediately. So that was great. So, but now you guys can. It would be fun. I need some money, so please order catering.
Oh, God.
I see. So we don't want money, and then we do want money. I mean, aren't you in business just to make the money? We don't want to like.
Yeah, but I'm old as fuck now, man. I can't be doing that. You know, they gotta ease me in. You know?
Well, what are you, 45 years old? Maybe.
I'm 48.
48? Yeah, you're right. It's almost over. Wow. Matt, what are we promoting tonight?
A couple quick things. Number one, shout out to all NES and Powerline workers who got us power on at 4:00 today. So thank you. Next on is if you are a restaurant that uses charcoal, hit me up because now I'm an official employee of The Good Charcoal and looking to bring charcoal to distributors around you. And lastly,
look at you.
Lastly, Blinky's Offset Barbecue set to return to normal hours, soon to offer lunch and dinner in about mid-February. So coming right up.
I feel like your Blinky's Offset is Rusty's podcast.
I've always been seasonal, meaning I go to Thanksgiving and I go week to week. And the bottom line is out here, food trucks in Nashville, if it's 50 or below, they don't show up. So I said, and I stay home and do the honeydew list. So
Yeah.
But now I'm pushing charcoal as well. So.
All right. Well, that brings an end to January's Embedded Correspondent. Gents, as always, stellar, and we will see you all in the Lovers Month of February, and certainly appreciate your time this evening and insights. Very good back and forth here this evening. All right, that's going to do it. All the way back in the first hour, it was a extended Jess Pryles interview. And then in the second hour, it was the Embedded Correspondents. I will get into it a little bit more, but we are sending peace and love to our pal Snickers, who caught the wrong end of the poison needle from the vet on Saturday. Sorry, Snickers. Sorry. You and Peanut joined together again, once again, playing together. How about that? All right. Big show planned for you next week. We're there. Malcolm Reed is in. Sam the Cooking Guy is in. And we have two other guests as well. We have David from the Barbecue Lab, Dave Gafford. We have one other person that I can't remember right off the top of my head, so shame on me. But it's a really good guest. They've been booked for weeks. I just had it, and I just forgot. Believe me, it's going to be great. I can tell you that. So, how do I always leave? September 11th, 2001. I will never forget. Stay warm, stay safe. This is your program host and proud U.S. American, Greg Rempe, saying, Shalom!
Hi, this is Jeff Stone of Grandpa's Pride Barbecue from the Panhandle of Florida, and you are listening to the Barbecue Central Show.